Welcome back, everyone. The Hockey Ultimate Team matchup set to get underway here. Officials got the puck, and we are set to begin here. Centers both set to dig on in, and we are about ready to go. The Knights have won the draw, and we are now underway. Down the right side and into the zone. This is a throwdown, a showdown on two of the game's best. Lindros will need to be a key contributor up front if they hope to win. Blake's coming off a monster offensive night in the last contest. It is an on-ice clash of the Titans next, right here on EA Sports. The Golden Knights win the draw, and they'll start on the attack. Grabbed along the boards by Schaefer. Takes a spill onto the ice and loses the puck. They've got numbers here. Feed to the middle, and that chance is blocked. Moves the puck. Loses possession after he takes a little hit. Quick feed to Schaefer. They've got some momentum here. Scores! Takes the feed and makes no mistake about it.
Well, and this is tougher than it looks, James. We see players working on it in practice all the time. This time, he executes perfectly and puts it in. Well, this is a goal, and it exemplifies that speed kills, in particular through the neutral zone. I mean, you get an odd man rush, and everyone's moving as you cross the blue line. You have numbers. You're going to make your opponent pay.
Well, he finally gets himself a goal here in this rivalry series, Cheryl. What does that do for him mentally now?
Well, it takes the pressure off, right? Takes that load off. And now all of a sudden you're not gripping your stick tight and willing that puck into the net. You've already found the back of the net. Now you can relax and play your game and just be free to get out there and create.
Picked up along the wall by Nugent Hopkins. And that's blocked. Vegas takes possession of the puck. Quick pass to Marner. Vegas has it against the half wall. And that goes off course off a body. Nice zone entry from the left. Shakes off the coverage. Nugent Hopkins takes it into the offensive end. Quick shot. Puck is frozen, and we get a stoppage in play. Plenty of playing time left in this frame. Vegas has the 1-0 lead. The Flyers start with the puck in their own end. Into the offensive end now. Fires it. Oh, what a save in front.
I would have lost the puck 3 times by the time that I'd been handled like that by the coverage. I mean, but he doesn't. He just knows how to move and maneuver his body around the puck. He can shield it, and he maintains possession for a great shot on net.
Oh, and he makes another save. And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play.
Hofer's made an incredible save there. Not sure how he kept that out of the net. Just really athletic. I mean, you have to be acrobatic to be able to get to the top of your crease like that, but he read it perfectly to be able to make the save and keep it at bay.
Past the halfway mark of this period, Vegas leads it 1-0. Schaefer's stick handling in his own zone. Poked away in the offensive end. The Flyers gain possession along the wall. Here's a backhand. Oh, how did he get a glove on that? What a stop by Hofer.
Hofer's last save was outstanding. He knew exactly where that puck was going to go. That's anticipation at its finest, to be able to get to the right spot, know where that puck is coming from, and make a high-grade A save.
Teams are ready for the draw. The linesman about to drop the puck. Nietzsche's wins possession off the draw. Puck grab by Miller. Avoids the poke check and maintains possession. Tremendous stuff by Hill. Back at the point, they set it up. And that goes off a body. Picks up the puck. Vegas has the puck near the point. Oh, here we go. This team knows how to turn it up another gear, and they have done that here. And the Days got it in their own end. And they'll skate it out of the zone. Sends it out in front. Oh, what a chance, and he fanned on the puck. Here in the late goings of the period, the Golden Knights have taken a 1-0 lead. Vegas has it in their own end. The Golden Knights look to start the transition game. The Flyers pick up. It's a breakaway as he shakes the defender. Puck scooped up by Ekblad. And that's deflected.
Paye's made an incredible play right there. I mean, he's stumbling. He looks like he's going to fall almost.
He scores! Austin Matthews clutch.
Sometimes when you're an odd-man rush, you can overthink it, James. You can overpass. Not here. They execute perfectly with precision passing, and you can tell there was no hesitation. They were driving, and they capitalized.
He had been throwing up a lot of zeros in those stat lines when it comes to production, but a huge breakthrough here with that goal.
Listen, when you don't have a point in a series like this, you know it. So to come out, to be able to find the back of the net, there's going to be a surge in confidence.
Proper save!
Well, that's how you get a puck, James. I mean, you recognize the timing it takes to meet your opponent right at the right time. And I mean, that's just an explosive hit, gets the job done.
And the centers glide towards the dot here as we got a face-off set to go. And with that, the first period is in the books. Both teams with a chance on a refresh will get a clean sheet of ice and come back with period number 2.
Stay alert at all times when the game is in play.
Opening face-off here in this second period is about set to go. Second frame is underway as the puck is dropped. Well, Cheryl, how do you sum this one up through the first 20 minutes?
The Flyers didn't get off to a great start at all. I mean, they've been chasing the game, and the real reason why they're behind in this one, they haven't had any possession time.
Moves the puck into the attacking area. Here's a shot. Oh, and he somehow got a little piece of it, and it stays out of the net.
I'd say he has some fast-twitch muscle fiber in there because I'm telling you, he makes that save. I thought that was going in, but he just reacts and keeps it out of the net.
Lots of time left in this period. Vegas is enjoying a 2-0 lead. And he dodges the poke check there. Oh, and he didn't get all of it, but just enough to keep it out of the net.
This shot's coming from the middle of the ice, and it has some heat on it, but he's ready and waiting for it. He's to position, and he makes the save.
Oh, he stopped it! I can't believe it!
I don't even know how he got to it, James. I mean, how did he track it? I mean, find that puck to be able to get to it. I mean, all of it just doesn't make sense except for the fact that he's extremely athletic, and he's willing to do anything for that desperation save. These are the types of games that offense love and defense hates here, James. I mean, the puck is going north-south every single time. Both teams trading chances at either end.
Inching closer to the midway mark of this period, and it's a comfortable 2-0 lead we're looking at right now. The Knights win the defensive zone faceoff. Scoops up the puck now. Vegas on the attack. Takes a shot. Gets in front of it. The Flyers get a hold of the puck in their own end. Quick feed to Caulfield. Avoids the defender. And a great save.
The goaltender is very aware of where that puck is in that low slot area and defends his crease by getting out, being aggressive, and taking away any of the net.
The Flyers have had a lot of scoring opportunities, but they continue to trail here in the second. McDavid's won the faceoff here in the offensive zone. And that's poked away by Ehlers. Denies him in close.
Hofer's found his rhythm here, James, looking real nice in his crease the way he's moving, taking away a huge opportunity for his opponent with that high-danger save.
Center's gliding up to the face-off dots here. Giroux's won a big draw in their own end. And now he passes up to St. Louis. Feeds the puck over. Scores! And that's 3 unanswered goals. And as my mom likes to say, they're cooking with gas.
They're cooking with gas. And you can expect that they have put their opponents on their heels. This is a team that knows that they have worn their opponent down. Now they got to keep the pedal to the metal.
So on the goal, he picks up an assist on the play, which has to be huge for his confidence.
But yeah, it's going to be his first point of this rivalry series, James, and there's no question that it's going to make a difference in his confidence level. Listen, as an athlete, an elite athlete that is, you want to contribute offensively, and when you don't, you can't help but...
Well, they needed something, and that clearly was something, Cheryl.
Yeah, it certainly was, and there's some pushback, but they're going to need to layer it because they've got to get closer than within 2 if they want to find a way back in this game. Well, he's in tight to the net, James, and he knows that he's not going to have much time or space to get it off, so he elects to use the snapshot and beats the goaltender.
The Flyers desperately needed that one here.
They did, and one of the key elements for them to have success is to support the puck. Feel like they've been isolated a lot in this game, but a lot of runway left over a period to play in order to get back in.
The Golden Knights gain possession in their own end. Moves the puck across to O'Reilly. Vegas plays it against the boards. Comes up with the stop. Taves carries the puck in his own zone. They've got numbers. That's gloved by Hofer.
Well, timely save is everything to your team, and this goaltender, he bails his team out.
More than half the period has expired. The Flyers are trying to get back into this one as they still trail by 2 goals. Puck picked up by Chatfield. Takes the feed. Matthews works the puck in his own zone. Gaining momentum up along the side. Here's a pass to the middle. Oh, and he comes up with a stop. Scooped up along the wall by Keller. Skates to the crease. The Golden Knights take possession in the defensive end. And he grabs the loose puck and he's in all alone. Oh, puts it up, and it's in the net. That's a goal. They're going to count that one.
Oh, he's got to be sick to his stomach, James. That's such a deflating goal. He thought he had it as he's looking for it. He just pushes it into the net. That's frustrating.
Vegas is having one of those nights that we'll be looking at these highlights in the morning going, wow, wow, and more wow.
Yeah, and they'll want to continue to wow into the third period and continue where they left off in the latter half of this game. But in order to do that, they're going to have good habits and not give any life to their opponent.
The Golden Knights scoop it up along the boards. Jarvis picks up the puck. Slides it across to Gonchar. Passes over to Ehlers. Here they come on the attack. To his teammate. Oh, what a stop there with time winding down. The moment of truth has arrived for both these teams. Third period action set to go. It's been a total mismatch here as we get underway for the third. Let's see if anything changes. All right, Cheryl, we played 2 periods in this one. Give the fans at home your take on what you've seen.
The Flyers haven't had any possession time, James, and as a result, they haven't created any offense. Their opponent has really taken it to them, really worn them down, put them on their heels, and they've spent a lot of time in their own zone. If you can put a couple of these shifts together, you have your opponent on their heels, but you have to find a way to convert and drive the net.
And he makes the save there.
I don't think anyone minds watching that one again, James. I mean, he's so dialed in his crease. You think this is all but in, and then he comes out of nowhere to make that spectacular save. He never gives up, and he finds a way to get to it.
Now lining up here for the face-off after a great shift there, Cheryl.
Yeah, in the offensive zone, they have all the momentum. Would be surprised to see a little stall at the face-off here to give their goaltender a little extra breather because he has been under siege, and you can see it on his face. He needs some rest.
And that shot gets caught in traffic. The Flyers gain the zone. Shot and the save.
Hofer's been able to watch the game for most of the night from the other end because of the offensive production in the offensive zone, James, but he does a real good job there. Timing is everything. Staying focused, tracking the puck, and making a good save at the right time.
The Flyers will play it in their own end. Takes a shot. Grabs it with the glove. Goaltender covers up and will get a face-off. Vegas came in hungry for this one, and their offense has exploded to lead here in the third. And they win the defensive zone face-off. Slides it up front. Knocked away. Oh, look at this chance. Dishes it off. The Flyers have it against the wall. Moves it quickly over to Kiviranta. The Golden Knights have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Here's a chance. Getting a little too physical to maintain possession. Siegenthaler's moving the puck through his own zone. The Knights ready to go on the attack. Good stand-up hit. Oh, and it stays out as he gets a piece of that one.
Well, the shooter's in a coveted spot on the ice, right in the middle of it with a good look, and he makes an incredible save by getting square to the puck and turning it aside.
Vegas has generated a ton of shots on net tonight, and they lead it here in this third period. Aho's won the draw inside the neutral zone. Taves plays it into the offensive zone. Vegas gains a hold of possession. Ekblad's got it in the defensive end. Sneaks by the poke check. Oh, and comes up with nothing on the play. Vegas glides the puck behind the net. Handles it along the blue line. And rings the iron. Gets control of the puck right in front of his own end. Oh, and some smooth skating to lose the defender there. Can't complete the pass as it goes off a stick. Slides it quickly to Blake. Look at this. They've got some bodies here on the attack. Big time stop there. Picked up along the boards by St. Louis. Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. Scores! And they run it back with another.
Yeah, back-to-back goals. You can feel the energy, the wave of momentum, and the tides have turned here, James. They need to keep the pedal to the metal. Always hated it when you went to practice the next day and you were exposed in the video room, James. And this is what's going to happen here because it is a lack of coverage in their own zone. You cannot wander away from the middle of the ice. And because they're so puck-focused, they give up a primetime scoring chance. And guess what? As a result, there's a goal.
The Knights move the puck in the defensive zone. Nearing the final and they score!
They score on the delayed penalty, James, so that's going to negate their power play, but looks like they didn't need it. This is a nice reminder that you never give up on a play. He's down and out, he's falling, but he still manages to find the puck. Why? Because of the 100% effort and being tenacious on the puck.
Vegas has continued to run up the score here even in the third.
James, their opponent's been chasing the game all night long. Why? Because they have been persistent and relentless on the puck. When they've had it, they've owned puck possession, and they found ways to attack the net. Just have a look at the scoreboard. It'll tell you exactly what this game's looked like.
Shot! Scores! And they put another on the board. Just maybe a little too late.
Well, certainly some positive that they can build on, James, but it's really a little too late. You can certainly see the fight in the goaltender here, trying to battle to find and track the puck here, James. Lose sight of it for a second with the screen in front, and it winds up in behind him.
The Flyers don't really have time on their side here, but at least they've got something to push with.
Yeah, really tough hole to climb out of, but certainly that one goal will give them a little bit of a lift. It's respectable.
Into the offensive zone. Scores! And look at this. Here we go. They have answered back.
Well, they've responded exactly the way the coach and team wanted, to be able to get back on the board, get momentum back in your favor. It's key guys that contribute and have an impact. Well, his skating looks effortless on this play. I think that he's baited the hook here. He's saying, come on, come play with me over here. And then guess what? The defender chases, overplays. He recognized where the ice is, so he turns on a dime, and he takes it to the net for a goal. That's a beauty play.
Hill's gonna hang on for a whistle.
O'Reilly's finally going to get on the score sheet here after multiple scoring chances, James. Love to see the expected goals after this one. But you could feel it coming, couldn't you? I mean, he's been all around the net. He's had the puck on his stick. He's had all the right habits, found himself in all the right spots. Nice to see him finally connect.
The Knights have definitely used the shoot-first mentality, and look at the score here late. Matthews wins the offensive zone faceoff, and here we go. Loses the coverage there. Krupp's taking it from his own end. Avoids the poke check. And he loses control of the puck. The Flyers have it now. Here's a short pass to McDavid. He scores!
Well, they gain the advantage through the neutral zone here, James, and they're able to enter with an odd man rush. And I love that the way the puck carrier just manipulates their opponent to open up scenes. They have the extra ice, they have the extra player, and they finish.
The Knights have been a lot of fun to watch tonight. Lots of offensive scoring chances, and they have capitalized late here in this third. Moves it to Marner. Into the offensive end now. Fires it on net. Hills opted to hang on to the puck for a faceoff. Both teams are set. We'll drop the puck here. Puck is dropped and we are back underway. Hammers a shot. And we are all over with this one.
That Knights possession game was a thing of beauty tonight here, Cheryl.
Yeah, and it all starts with retrieval, right, James? And it's not just about the player retrieving the puck, but it's about how quickly that second player is in to support it. And I thought that they were able to maintain possession because they were able to get the puck and then be able to move it right away.